What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 370 of the Lured Up podcast, where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. And this episode is streaming live on a bunch of platforms like Twitch, YouTube, X, and Facebook. I'm your host, Ken Pescator. That's Adam Tuttle. Adam.
Hey, trainers.
Yo. What's up?
Yo,
Ho,
everything,
ho.
The sky, the prices of everything.
The rent is too damn high.
The rent is high.
I agree. It's very high. I pay more in rent now than I did my mortgage when I owned my house. And on that wonderful positive note, welcome everyone to the Lured Up podcast. Like I said, we are streaming this live on a bunch of platforms. Shout out to everyone who's here early. We got Roax, East Met West, Likeable Monsters here, Roosters here, Kate the Cons, Gang, C-Fran, Pessimistic, Matty G. Yeah, we got some peeps. I am Stacy P.
We do have
Amphros
peeps.
Michael. Yo, Ozark Renee is here. Renee, what's happening? Welcome. Oh, I'm so excited. We have friends in the chat. We really appreciate it. And very, very excited for today's show. But no, we got plenty to talk about today, man. As per usual, we'll recap the last week of gameplay, including the wrap-up of Halloween. We had GMAX Garbodor this weekend, the kickoff of Enchanted Hollow today. I got to say, this past two and a half weeks of gameplay, between the level cap increase and the Halloween events and all that, it's been great. So I just wanted to touch base on how fantastic the game has been in practice lately. It's been really good. The November Go Pass is here. And the Into the Wild Go Pass will be available very soon. So just be ready for the Hand of Eternatus to kind of get down deep in there and really, look around for some stuff and take some money out of your pocket because it's coming. The wild area will be here before you know it. And we're going to run through the latest that we have on that event and what you can expect. Again, anytime you have a big event like this, it's probably good to go in with a game plan. And that's going to be preparing with your items, preparing with your consumables, and a plan of attack with the actual event itself. So we'll run through what we know. Some cities across the globe are hosting these kind of mini activation pop-up events for Go Wild Area Global, including Philadelphia, which I will be attending. So if you're in the Philly area and you want to come say hi, do that. Appreciate you. Just shoot me a message on any of our socials. It all goes to me.
Go find Ken.
And then go find me. Yeah, I'll probably have stickers and stuff to give away and all that good stuff. We have a few bits of miscellaneous news this week, including the stamp rallies are starting to roll out to more events. And I'm just crossing my fingers that we get this in Chicago because I'm so tired of watching all these incredible creator videos of people doing the stamp rally, and I'm super jealous. So definitely want to do that. Sunday, I'm going to be in Philadelphia, if they're asking in the chat. That's the day of the impromptu
Sunday fun day
pop-up event. We also
Ken, what do you mean? You won't be in Paris?
I won't be in Paris. No, I won't.
Oh, oui.
I'll be in Philly, bro.
But wasn't there anything exciting that happened in Paris?
I don't know why. What did I miss? What happened in Paris?
With Paris? Paris?
With I just caught a Hundo Paris in the wild, which was fantastic.
Ooh, that's what I was talking about.
I know,
Sonic
dude.
Campfire.
It was so great, dude. It's always awesome. Now, I was doing some hand catching during the time, so I really don't even know if I could find out if I caught it with the Go Plus or with my hand catch, but I would have hand caught it with a
yeah, you would have hand caught it.
Oh, it's in a Pokeball. I Go Plussed it. Wow. I totally Go Plus this, dude. It was like one of those things that I was playing and then just checked the hundos. And I was just like, yeah, when did I catch this? And I went right to the catch card and it was still shared a campfire. I was like, I just caught this. So that's crazy.
That's cool.
Cool. No, that was really great. And the high voltage event was announced today. We have the details, but again, that's a couple weeks out. So we have some time. And then I just kind of want to wrap up the show with a conversation around large IRL events like GoFest and how you should probably be already planning for Chicago if you plan on going. This is the biggest lead time we've had on a major event here in the States. Maybe it wasn't intentional with the Fox News Chicago kind of, blowing up the spot and putting it out. But I don't know. It's worth looking into early because just like you, there's all the other trainers know about Chicago as well. And I've been watching Airbnb, and it's already starting to see some action. So we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
and what
it's
you
a
can
good
do to get
TV
prepared.
series, Airbnb. You got to
Airbnb
watch
on
it.
TV.
Prices and the listings, they get sold and bought all the time.
That's right. That's right. Ken has the jewels. Oh, I broke into the Louvre. Yeah, man, dude, did you see that? That was crazy. I went to a Halloween party. There was two people dressed up like Louvre thieves, and they were giving out plastic diamonds, little diamonds and jewels to everybody all night. It was pretty funny. It was pretty cool. Xander's here, Scipio's here, Joe's here. We got some peeps in the chat. Thank you so much. Just a quick reminder, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, which means you get one free sub a month. We'd love it if you cashed it in on us or anyone else in the Pokemon Go space. That would be fine and dandy and appreciative and all that great stuff. Xander says, Ayo in the chat. Poyo? Ayo. Anyway. But yeah,
we got Studio Ghibli podcast.
Yeah, it could be. But let's talk about the last 2 weeks, man. I want to talk about kind of how good the game has been.
I want to talk about them too.
Because we had Halloween Part 1, we had the Poltergeist, we had the Sinistea Spotlight Hour in that mix. Then we had Halloween Part 2 with the costumes, Teddiursa and Noibat, a couple other returning costumes as well. And then we had GMAX Garbodor. So we have all these things happening over the last 2 weeks or so, in addition to the level cap. So let's just go back about 2 weeks. How did those Halloween events treat you? And I know you were kind of dry on the Shinies last week, but has anything turned around for you with Shinies 100%. Or anything good?
I even texted you about it.
Did you really? Just now?
I'm pretty sure I texted Casa de Cubone.
Yeah.
I was like, did you listen to the podcast? And I was like, yeah, I was running awfully slow on the shiny luck. But as soon as we were done recording, literally the next day, I caught shiny Teddiursa, shiny Pikachu, shiny Pumpkaboo, and shiny Venonat. As like just something super wild. Like after I was done hockey on Thursday, I was like, you know what? One of these base Pokemon, like just not event themed, is going to be shiny. And it was the last one, which was the Venonat, and I was like, what?
That's a good shiny.
So it was pretty cool. It is. And then the next day, I hatched a shiny Togepi, then caught a regular Teddiursa. I was like aiming for the nice throws, got the nice throw, and then it goes, oh, and goes, and then it was a shiny Ditto. I was like, no way.
Nice. All right.
So I caught a shiny Ditto.
Good.
And then I caught another shiny Teddiursa.
All right. You gotta hold out for that full moon so you can go to Ursaluna. Just real quick, Squirt Reynolds in the chat says, yo, new here, will totally use my Prime if Adam stops being such a Debbie Downer and starts being cool like Ken. And then Rooster says, Adam shared some good news finally.
Listen, I'm in a good mood today.
Oh, thank God.
I actually have a lot of positive. Like I played the game.
Oh my goodness, this is incredible. This is amazing. All right, we have to make sure we lean into Adam's positivity today so he can get some good karma points or something. Because the community was like, yo, man, you got to, I don't know, blow something in Adam's direction or something like that because... Squirt Reynolds subscribed with tier 1. Good looking out, homie. We appreciate
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But anyway, all right. So you had a really good week of shinies and everything. It turned around for you. I still don't have a shiny Zorua. I was really trying through that whole string of the Zorua event. And I have absolutely
full moon tomorrow.
Terrible luck. Yes. So Ursaluna's. Make sure you take advantage of that.
So someone tag me and make sure that I evolve.
So I'm going to pull up my shinies on screen here from the past week or so. I guess going back to Sinistea Spotlight Hour, I got the shiny antique form, which is absolutely bonkers. Picked up a Rowlet, a Froakie, a Teddiursa, Mega Garbodor. We'll talk about it in detail, but I ended up getting 2 shiny Mega Garbodors, so that was great. I traded for an unknown R. And then I got a second Froakie, which I then evolved up to Frogadier. So I've been doing good. I've been doing okay. But the one prize of the week that I am very excited about, though, is the Hundo GMAX Garbodor, which was a fantastic, fantastic catch. And, I don't know if I mean, you could use Garbodor. I guess you can counter for Grimmsnarl, but the crown forms are going to be strong anyway. But, I'll probably bring this thing out if I power it up in time for Grimmsnarl for sure. But I got to fix Adam's camera. Adam's camera's looking a little wonky real quick. Hold up. But yeah, I've had a pretty decent week of gameplay, so I'm not complaining at all. But I just think in general, the community motivation has been high because of the level cap increase. We've had some weekends off, which is kind of nice. Kind of gives you a little bit of a break, and I think that's revitalizing some people. The burnout is kind of fading away because for a little while we were just so spent. We were not only having like an overarching weekend of event, but like a 2 to 5 on Saturday and a 2 to 5 on Sunday. That was way too much. Now we're seeing that every other week or so. And I think this is a happy medium, a good balance, because people are coming out more during the week and all that stuff. I just think that it's a better pacing and a little bit more sustainable for the everyday trainer, which is kind of cool. And then Garbodor was just absolutely amazing. I had an absolute blast playing in Red Bank. I'll pull up the webpage here. But the max particle increases and all that stuff, there was a ticket to go along with it. The challenge here, and I definitely faced this in Red Bank, was the challenge being because Red Bank is so populated, the game board is so populated with POI, the amount of power spots is actually lower. So we have to walk out far to spin a fresh or to interact with a fresh power spot to collect the MP. So some people were not willing to walk out far, and they're like, hey, I could actually collect another 1,600 today, but I'm done walking or I'm done this. So I think it's important to call out that these max events, they require you to get on the move. Like when you're doing
Physical?
Yeah, because when you're doing raids, you're still going from gym to gym. But there's still something about having to walk out far to get those particles, because if these things are dropping 800 particles a clip, that's it makes it very easy for people to do these things at volume if they're willing to walk. And this was the first time in Red Bank we had some newbies, and they were just like, I don't think I want to walk that far to get those particles. I think I'm good. I'm like, man, so you're a filthy casual, but it was it was fine.
Listen, I did the thing that I did not want to do, but I was like, I'm going to get so much flack if I don't participate. And so I may have done 4 of these.
Okay.
All remotes.
But that was the only way you could have did it, right?
Yeah.
So then that's when it's an okay option. Like it pay.
And I should have stopped at the first one, because the first one was 1324 and the rest were 1313, 1315, 1309. So it just got worse every time.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. I think I didn't do 30, but I think the group did about 30 Garbodors. I did about 23. I got, I was kind of, rubbing elbows and stuff. So I wasn't on the grind that heavy, because I did get the 2 shinies in the hundo. So I was like, all right, I can kind of chill out. But, no, I just love these events. I think raid events, max battle events are just phenomenal. Ever since they started having the power spots refresh every 30 minutes, it's a game changer for communities. Now, if only the max particles would refresh every 30 minutes, that's the next quality of life we need. Because put it this way, if you have 2 power spots that are in your downtown, right? One at the post office, one at the convenience store or whatever, and that's all you got, you're not going to be able to collect any MP from power spots once you're, get those 2. So if it rotates every 30 minutes and you're replenishing and you buy the ticket, you can collect up to 56. You could do, get these power spots 8 times and then plus walk. I think that there's some better ways to manage it, where it's like, all right, you're still putting in the effort because you are out there, you are exploring, you are walking, but I don't know. There was definitely a point where people could have done more max battles and didn't, because they didn't have the MP on hand. So when I hear that, I'm like, all right, well, if we're gunning for accessibility, right? Like, what could we do to kind of reinforce this? Maybe make the particles refresh along with the boss. That could be pretty cool. But no, I had a really good time with it. Let us know how you did. Did you get the shiny? Did you get the hundo? Did you get the shundo? I don't know. Let me know. I got a Big Nicky in the chat here. He's from New York City. I invited him to a raid earlier. He just said, yo, the Entei you sent me this morning, apparently someone else who you invited got the shundo. What?
No way.
Not me. Not me. Mine was doo-doo. I think it was 10, 11, 12 or something. Just bad enough to be bad.
833 nice throws out of 999. So wow. I am trying, because I think last podcast I was at like maybe 100 and something. Maybe 2.
All right. Well, look.
So that's like 600 catches. So
6 months to a year down the road, we're all going to be level 80, this immediate group. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not going to be a big deal. It's not a race.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm taking my time. I'm having fun with it. I'm okay with that. It is what it is. I'm not rushing. I'll get there. It's not like I can power up my Pokemon any higher. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No. And even though Wild Area is coming up in 2 weeks from now, or, 11 days, we still have some stuff going on right now. We've got the Enchanted Hollow, which just started today, which is kind of cool because we have some new Pokemon, new dex entries to go after. But there's also the bonus of double XP for spinning Pokestops. Don't sleep on this. This is really great for XP grinding, especially if you're out in the wild and spinning new stops and getting bonuses every 10 stops. This is an easy way to rack up some XP. Go out to dinner, let the Go Plus go. Take your significant other on a date, but plan this at a restaurant that has access to like 3 Pokestops, right? Because that way, get some drinks beforehand, order the appetizer, nice meal, get dinner, have a coffee afterwards, spend like 2 hours in the restaurant. If you got 3 stops there, that's, you're spinning 180 times. Like it's going to be a good payout. You'll stock up. But no, I've been enjoying Enchanted Hollow to get off the gate. I did get that Hundo Paris, so no complaints whatsoever. But what I like here is the fact that Tarantula, remember that dude last week who got mad that I didn't know how to pronounce it? I
still don't know how to pronounce it. It's all right.
Let's just call it Tarantula and get everyone mad. But the fact that you could get it in the wild, in research, and from lures, like this is nice. It's still somewhat exclusive, ties it to the event. You have to get out there to get it, but multiple ways to do it. It's not egg locked. It's not raid locked. A few different ways to go after it. So go ahead and do that.
It's definitely not grid locked.
Dude, I did a Drampa raid today. Drampa in raids, I will do every single Drampa I see. That's a pullover and do it for me, for real.
That is true.
That's a good one. There was 2 collection challenges that were in there. There's a $1.99 paid timed research ticket. So this is a nice little event. Again, we've talked over the years like, hey, are new shiny releases content? It could be, but new Pokemon releases definitely are. So we've got a new Pokemon line here. If nothing else, get enough candy, do your thing, and stock up on it. And then we've got the Into the Wild event, and this is not starting till the 10th, so still got a couple days before this comes out. But what we've talked about kind of at length over the past couple episodes was the fact that this is when we start double dipping with the Go Pass. So we're already in our November Go Pass that started today, and then you're going to have your Into the Wild Go Pass, which is a much shorter one. It's the Go Pass, I think, only runs, where is it here? I forget where it runs. It's a much shorter, the 10th through the 16th. That's right. So 10th through the 16th, you have your capped amount of Battle Pass points, Go Pass points that you could earn. And then the 14th to 16th, it's wide open. But this also has the ready for the wild ticket. So this is where things get a little compoundy with spending. You've got your November Go Pass, $7.99 for deluxe. You've got your Go Pass for Into the Wild, which they don't put the price here. $15. So now you're $7.99 plus $14.99 for the deluxe version, right? Then you've got
so what if I get the deluxe version?
Your $4.99 Ready for the Wild ticket, just the Go Pass, the Into the Wild Go Pass, and the Ready for the Wild ticket. You're 20 beans. You're spending dough. Like this is some heavy spending, and that's going to be on top of trying to like get storage upgrades. You know, typically storage before a big event like this is a hot commodity. Everyone's trying to clean up their box, you know, do what they can.
Remember when you said what's up when we first started this podcast?
Yeah.
The tickets and the prices of everything. Everything's up, sales. Like I said.
The volume of tickets, the cost of tickets, the number of tickets. It's all too high. It's all too high. So
if I had a beaker with the amount of liquid, it would be overflowing because it's just too high.
No, it's a big deal. It really is. But
it's a big deal.
It really is a big deal. But the biggest deal of the month now is going to be the global wild area. So Japan is this weekend coming up. Global is the following weekend, 15th and 16th. So we have some new details. We kind of brushed over this last week, which is kind of cool. But we are getting the stamp rally in Nagasaki. So again, it's starting to roll out to more events. I'm really excited to do this. Just check out JT Valor's videos. He has a stamp rally video where he goes through the whole thing. And it's just looks like a ton of fun. And there was like the poke lids, like finding the actual like manhole covers. It was like, these are the little side quests that I want in this game. I want to go on adventures. I remember when I first started playing Ingress and doing the missions, and I would go to a new town or something, and it's like, all right, go to this landmark, and then go to this store, and then while you're there, grab some coffee, and then do this, and then do that. And it had all this like user-created information of talking about the locations and talking about all that. The stamp rally is similar, in my opinion, because it'll bring you to new places that may not be like this huge big thing that you'll notice from driving by, if it's like a piece of art or a poke lid or something like that. So all about that stamp rally for sure. New shiny Unknown K. This is going to be very, a lot of people are going for that. I only have 1 K, so I'm very fired up to get multiple Ks for Ken, and definitely go for that shiny. And
I can spell confusion with K.
Confusion. I am very confused. Let's see. What else we got to look for down here? Oh, we got the new flower crown from us. Oh, and of course, the reason that they're able to charge us $14.99 for this Go Pass, Into the Wild Go Pass, it's not about the Go Pass experience. It's about the silver bottle cap.
About the bottle cap.
It's about the bottle cap. And it's like, dude, should they just open it? Like, should we just sell it? Like, should they just sell it? Or like, if the whole Go Pass with the silver bottle cap is $14.99, what do you think people would pay for just the bottle cap? I bet you people would pay $10 for it. I'm not trying to give you any ideas, Niantic / Scopely / Monopoly Man
/ Alternative.
But think about it. People would pay $10 for that, right?
People would. If I could perfect all of the Pokemon that I have that I really would like, I mean, it would break the game. It would break everything.
They'd have to have like a team medallion cooldown like once a year or something like that, or once every quarter,
and
every month, week.
I just think it needs to be like very heavy goal oriented. So it's like, yeah, you get one, like they just announce it, like you're going to get one every year, but here's like the list of all the tasks that you need to complete in order to get it. And it's a grind, like for the grinders, like that's what it is. You know, it's just catch.
They'd have to do a little bit more than a silver bottle cap, though, if they're giving me a year's worth of grinding.
A gold one.
Okay. All right, gold one was.
And then the silver one you could buy, but it's only once a year. So they give you like the purchase option if you really, and then you could grind for it as well.
Maybe, and then during Go Fest, they just let you buy with reckless abandon. They're like, Go Fest weekend, no limit. It's like the raid pass limit goes up to 30. They're like, go ahead, buy this. This is the new bundle. It's got 10 gold bottle caps in it. It's only $3.99.99. It's like, oh man, I talk about pay to win, pay to play. But no, really, that's what people are buying. is the silver bottle cap. And you know, anytime I'm with the community and we're out playing, people are already talking, what are you going to use it on? What are you going to use it on? This is what I'm going to use it on, and it makes people pay attention to the Pokemon that aren't so great. Like if you get a 10, 15, 15 from a raid, you may not have any value, but now that could turn into something, So, anyway, the Beware onesie, hold on. The Beware onesie looks ridiculous. Ramona Flowers haircut looking good. We got some other animations here for our pose. Just tosses the Pokeball back and forth with Safari Balls. Kind of cool. And they are coming up with a way. I know that people that do transfer to home, you couldn't transfer Safari Balls into home. I think they would turn into Pokeballs. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken there. But they are working on something to allow you to transfer to the Safari Ball. But you got to remember, this is a Go Safari Ball that you're catching these in. So it actually doesn't exist in any Pokemon world outside of Go. So we'll have to see what they do for that or about that, because it is what it is. But what are your plans
That's still pretty cool,
for Wild Area weekend? Are you able to play? Are you working both days, or 15th and 16th?
I'm working Sunday and Saturday. I have a wedding. So I'll be trying to play in between that. Or probably like for an hour.
Just tell them you have an objection and end it early so you can go play. Jeez Louise.
No, but I want them to get married.
Tell them to pick a different day.
And I'll have to play hard on my break, and that's what I got. I'll have the Go Plus running as much as I can.
And you're working the whole day, 10 to 6, the whole event window.
Yep.
Oh, the horror. I feel for anybody out there who's in that boat that has to work. Like, what's your shift on Saturday? 10 to 6, like the exact window of the event. Like the worst. I mean, I'd have a tummy ache that day for sure. I'd be like, my belly hurts. I need to go home.
I don't know what I ate on Saturday, but hooey.
But anyway, the Niantic did announce, Niantic/Scopely, did announce some pop-up events that are going to be happening across the globe. California, Texas, Mexico, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Doncaster, United Kingdom. So Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on here. These are all happening most of them are happening on the 16th. Some of them are happening on the 16th. But it's the Philly is the 16th from 10 to 6. Drexel Square in Philly. That's only like an hour from me, so I will be there. So I'm going to have some Lured Up stickers on me. So if you see me or you're out there, shoot me a text, shoot me up a message, anything, and any of our platforms, and hook up with me. I'll give you some stickers. But I'm excited for this. You get an on-site code. So it's like a enhanced community ambassador meetup. So I think what Niantic is doing is working with the local community ambassadors, creating a bigger scale event. They'll have a physical booth there. They'll be doing giveaways and prizes and timed research that'll be, I guess, exclusive to Campfire. Whereas, like, if you're at your local Campfire check-in versus at one of these Campfire check-ins, I think the research will be a little bit different. But I'm really excited for this. Just in my Facebook memories this past week was Safari Zone Philadelphia 2020, right? 2020 or 2021? 2021, I think. But I'm getting all those memories come back in my Facebook, and it's just like, dude, that was like one of the best weekends ever in Philadelphia. Adam, the first time we met up in person was Philly Free Streets back in 2017.
This is true.
So Philly has it's an important place in the history of what we do here. So I'm excited to get back out there and play. So let's do some raids. Let's play. So if you're heading out that way on the 16th of November, let me know and we will connect. But Adam, I'm sorry you have to work. Sorry.
It's okay. I didn't plan it as well as I could have. And I mean, we knew about the wedding months ago, so it's like I did know.
Did you put your days
But
in for Chicago? Put them in now.
not yet.
Put them
No,
in
not
now.
yet.
We're gonna get that in the last segment. Everybody, put in your dates. Put in your PTO now. Just get it over with. Just put it out there. Give them the notice. They'll appreciate it. Maybe you'll be able to not get fired from your job. All right, we got a couple bits of miscellaneous news to run through before we take a break. And the first one being the stamp rally kind of rolling out in different regions and different parts of the globe. Here's the Poke Lid one that I was talking about. Just looks so cool having another menu and another thing to do in game. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I really want to do
really
this.
nice.
And, we don't necessarily have cool Poke Lids here in the States, but I don't know. What could we do? What do we have a lot of in the States? We could do like check cashing places and liquor
Free
stores.
libraries.
Little free libraries. Yo, that'd be kind of cool. Little free library thing, a little route. That'd be kind of neat. But I just want to see more of this. I think like we were talking about, the game is an onion. This is just another layer of petals to peel off and, and do a little bit more in the game. The Black Friday sale is coming back, and this kind of confused some people last year, thinking that they were getting double Pokecoins, like meaning if you bought, $10 worth of Pokecoins and you normally got whatever it is, 1,000, whatever. People thinking that was getting double. Don't be fooled. It's the bonus coins for buying at volume that are doubled. So just got to be a little bit aware. It's not as hefty as some thought it was last year. It's the bonus. So double your bonus Pokecoins per purchase when you purchase Pokecoin bundles over $19.99. That's up to 2,000 bonus Pokecoins on select web store purchases. Yeah, that's if you're buying like the big dog. So just don't be fooled.
Yes.
But if you're going to buy coins and you're doing this anyway, maybe hold out for this. When does this start? Does this already start? Bless you. Black Friday starts early. Yeah. So get your bonuses. Get your bonuses in, especially if you're planning on doing it anyway. Go through the web store. And then I guess, one more thing before we go to break. We might as well talk about this, and that's the high voltage event. We're 2 full weeks out at this point, November 18th. So we'll have plenty of time to talk about this. But the important things to know here is that Shiny Morpeko is coming to the game, which is exciting. Anytime there's a new Shiny, it's good, especially when it's a little bit on the rare side. So that's pretty neat. And there will be a collection challenge, timed research, a whole bunch of stuff going on. Wild encounters, they list only a few. Emolga, Dedenne, Togedemaru in the wild, and Shinx. And if you're lucky, you might get a shiny one. So now only 4 Pokemon that they're announcing here. Morpeko, not one of them. And let's see here. Where is the Morpeko? How do you catch the Morpeko here? First time to paid time research. Okay, you encounter shiny Morpeko from field research, paid time research, collection challenge, GBL, or snapshot surprise. So there is some non-pay ways to do this. GBL, snapshot surprise, complete your timed research. So it's gated, but not by the moolah. So I'm down with that. I kind of think it's kind of cool. But Adam, I think that's enough news. I think we should take a break. I think when we come back,
that's also enough news.
We could talk about some
tarantula webs.
No. I want to talk about Chicago. I want to talk about our plans. I want to talk about what people should be doing to get ready now, because what do we got? 7, 8 months before Go Fest, but it's going to be here before you know it. So I recommend at least thinking about what you're going to be doing, because every trainer is all thinking the same thing. They're all looking at the same hotels. They're all looking at the same Airbnbs. So you better act fast, because some of those Airbnbs I saw were pricey. So we'll go through it. We'll talk about it. We'll be back right after this. Chat. Hello. Let me hydrate so I don't dehydrate.
How is your H2O?
It's refreshing. Roax says, Go Fest is the last day of school again. At least I can drive to it this year. I had to crash on my niece's couch. All hotels just doubled in price the week of the announcement hit the news. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's why.
And then they're going to double again when they get closer to the event.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why you got to act fast, and, hotel rooms are one thing because, on a good day, it could be $179 and then there's an event going on there up to $250. And it's like, how many people can you really share a hotel room with versus an Airbnb? I mean, this is what we're going to talk about in the segment, but get your friends together, makes it realistic. And usually it's the only way it can be possible for a lot of trainers. When we first started traveling all these events, the only way we were able to do it is because we put, 15, 20 people in an Airbnb. And it's just like, instead of paying $200, $300 for, per night at a hotel, it's like I'm paying $200, $300 for the whole stay at the Airbnb. So it's very, very cool. All right, Adam, I am ready when you is.
You're ready when you is? Okay, I'm good.
All right. And we are back.
And we are back
from our break. Thank you very, very much for that. We appreciate it so much. Got a little bit of housekeeping to run through before we get to the closing segment of the show. I just want to let you know that everything we do here at the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by our community. You can join our community of supporters on patreon.com/Pokemon Professor for as little as $1 a month. You can head over to patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support a collective of hardworking part-time creators that have a passion for Pokemon podcasting and the community here at the Pokemon Professor Network. And I want to take a moment to recognize some of our patrons. Huge thanks to our gym leaders, Ben, Brandy, Espy and Willow, Herbert, KJ the Man, and Matthew. Shout out to our newest patrons, Wayne and Renee, who's here in the chat that joined the Discord tier. Thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate it. We met Renee on our Zoom call last night. It was hilarious because we have so many old faces on the Zoom. We were talking about with Jamal that we've been doing the Zoom call now for 7 years. So it's like, it's crazy to think, but it's like, we've have these talking head friends who are now like real life friends. And Renee joined the call last night and it was just like, welcome. This is the group. This is the crowd. You're part of the family now. So it's very cool and always great to introduce new people to the Zoom call. We have a great time in our Discord. We have new patrons all the time. We're very fortunate. We're very grateful. But when people join the Zoom call on the Monday night, it's fantastic. It's always nice putting a face to the name and getting to know people with voice. But special thanks to our executive producer, Xander, who's here in the chat, as well as the other executive producers on the network, Monkey Bread, Tish Smith, and Kate the Cons. Just make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for everywhere you can connect with us. All the other shows on the network, get merch, leave reviews, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. All right. Last thing I want to talk about is, of course, Go Fest.
Go Fest.
I don't know if this was a leak. I don't know if when an event signs with a township or a city, if they're allowed to like embargo the city and say like, by the way, city of Chicago, I know we just signed this multi-million-dollar deal with you, but don't talk about it. Like, I don't know if those rules apply, but
probably not, honestly.
But that's what happened. And it was Fox News 3032 or something out of Chicago that said, great news, Go Fest is coming back to Chicago, next year with a chance to renew in 2 years. And the internet went nuts. 10-year anniversary. Grant Park is a fan favorite. Everyone is just like, great, we're ready for Chicago. But what do you do? Well, the first thing you got to do is understand that 40 to 60,000 people are going to be flooding Chicago that weekend. So
this is true.
It's very important that you kind of figure out what your plans are and what you want to do. And I'm going to pull up a little Google Maps here, and we're going to take a look at Grant Park in Chicago, because there's, in my opinion, because we had two Chicago Go Fest that we've been to over the past couple of years. There's two schools of thought of how and where you could stay. So if I pull this up for our video viewers here, if you're looking at the coast of Chicago here, and you have Grant Park and Lincoln Park, where the two parks that, we had previously had events. Grant Park has some very urban Airbnbs and urban places to stay, along with franchise hotels in this area. It is an urban area. So, from a nightlife perspective, definitely some bars and things like that, but it's almost like a city experience. Whereas if you were looking towards Lincoln Park, which is up here a little bit further north, Lincoln Park is where GoFest 2018 was. And this area that's kind of surrounding Lincoln Park is very suburban. And in my opinion, some of the best food ever is in this area right here. So it really depends on what you want out of your stay. And the conversations that we had last night on our Zoom call was forcing yourself to remember that you're only in the park one day. So proximity to the park isn't always the most important factor when you're trying to plan a trip or trying to figure this out, because most of the time you're going to be playing the city experience. You're going to be out with friends. You're going to be kind of traveling around, seeing the sights. Chicago has some incredible museums. So there's plenty to do and plenty to see. So it's really up to you to figure out, what do you want to do? So if we go over to Airbnb, and I put a pre-search in here looking up Airbnbs for the 4th through the 8th. So GoFest itself weekend is, what is it? It is June. I put the dates in here, but it's June 5, 6, 7, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So I put some dates in Airbnb of checking in the 4th.
You got some wiggle room.
But if you look, there's not a lot of options already. Things are already starting to fill up. And this is a $5,000 Airbnb right here for the weekend with only, 5 bedrooms and 8 beds, which is crazy. But if you pack 10, 15 people in these things, it starts to get a little bit more reasonable. But there's definitely big price tags in these areas. And there's Chicago's metro and all that stuff is pretty good. But you can get Uber, Lyft, and all that stuff. Yo, Jacob, thank you so much for subscribing. It's Tier 1. We appreciate you. But if you haven't experienced, now, Adam, you've definitely been through this with our community, but if you haven't experienced a Pokemon Go IRL event in an Airbnb, it's
magical, and it's
the best part.
It is almost better than the event itself.
So some of the most core memories and best memories that we have from these events that we go to happen in the Airbnbs and happen off hours, off event hours.
Yeah, listen, the headless squirrel, the rooftop hangs, the podcasting while everyone's in the room. That is so cool. That is so cool. We've done some pretty cool stuff. So
yeah. So just be aware that when you're planning this out, you got to figure out what your expectations are of travel. Like if you just want convenience to the park, that's one thing. But if you want to surround yourself with good food, you want to surround yourself with some culture, you want to surround yourself with nightlife, you want the city experience, you kind of have it all. within this 20-minute kind of stretch north and south, of Grant Park and Lincoln Park. So you got to figure that out. What we're probably going to end up doing, and I don't have confirmation on this yet because it's still very, very early.
Yeah.
But back in 2019, we threw a party and event at Monk's Pub in Chicago. And this place was awesome. We had about 150 people there that night, and we had plenty of room. And this is the back room here that's showing on the screen right now that they gave us for our little PvP tournament that we held. We did a live stream. And the place just has really awesome vibes. It's a lot of fun. And we're going to try to get this place again for our meetup. Every Go Fest, we always do some kind of gathering and get together. And like I said, some of the best memories, the best parts of this game happen off screen.
It's hilarious that a picture was a woman holding an umbrella because it was raining.
Where was that?
And it was raining. Wasn't it raining?
It was. Well, it was raining in Chicago in 2019. Remember they had to evacuate the park, dude. That was crazy.
Yes,
that was bonkers.
Yes.
That was totally nuts. That was like one of the craziest things ever. Like, I remember
I just think it's hilarious.
No, we were
depicting it perfectly right there.
We were in the press tent area, and they evacuated that area too. And it was just like, where do we go? And everyone is trying to like jam into these little restaurants, and every store just completely filled up because they're like, it was just like air raid siren, like people on the megaphone, like, oh, please leave the park. Please leave the park. The event is over. Have a nice day. Dude, and then they did the remake, remember? And everyone got to play the day at home. That was big. People were like, all right, I was mad. First I was mad, and then I was like, okay, that's not too bad. But yeah, anyway. But Monk's Pub, we're hoping to get that place again. If not, we may do some other stuff creative. But we're going to do something. It's the 10-year anniversary of the game. So very, very excited for Chicago. But I definitely recommend looking into Airbnbs now, looking into hotels, looking into flights, get non-refundable stuff if you can. This is kind of...
Did you say get non-refundable?
No, get refundable if you can. Don't get refundable. Yeah.
Well, I thought you said non-refundable. I was like, no, don't do that.
Yo, YOLO, get everything non-refundable. Just
dig
get
yourself a hole.
Just get it. Don't worry. You'll get land at 10 a.m. You'll make it. No, it's Stacy P says any suggestion on locations.
You're 45 minutes from the event. You got to deal with traffic.
So, I mean, there's so many different places you can go. I mean, if we look at my Airbnb, this is so funny because I was doing this on the Zoom call. Here's the places that we stayed in 2018, 2019. So the Lincoln Park one, 2018, this place was amazing. This is the place that had the au pair that was walking around in their bikini the whole time. Fantastic. And then 2019, this is when we stayed with JC Pix and JT Valor next to the Murder Park. That was hilarious in its own right. That was so fun.
Yeah, because I don't think we realized it until towards the end.
I mean, these places were nice. These were decent Airbnbs.
Listen, now thinking about it, when people I thought were following me and I had to duck into McDonald's, it was from a street that goes right to that park. Because I went out of the
They were
Airbnb
trying to lure you to that park.
No, they're like, hey, come on. I heard you like Pokemon. Awesome. There's a Delibird over here. What? Where?
Stacy, the event
How to Catch Adam 101.
Grant Park. There's a little Delibird card with like a box and a twig holding it up with a string attached to it, just like trapping Adam.
I'd fall for it every time.
But no, it really depends on what you want from the event. You want suburbia, go up by Lincoln Park. You want a little bit more urban, stay down by Grant Park. But no, you don't. If you don't mind taking an Uber, you can go inland to like 15, 20 minutes, and I'm sure you could find some stuff pretty cheap. But anything near Grant Park right now, looking crazy in the prices. So
you might have to walk a little bit, which is fine. I mean,
which isn't that
Gives
big a
you more
deal.
time to play the game, to get set up.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
get your
no,
bag
dude,
in
I'm
order.
so hyped. And like the fossil museum is going to be there for Pokemon. I'm sure that's going to be absolutely bonkers to try to get into once
Wait,
tickets open up
really?
for that. Yeah, dude, the fossil exhibit.
That's so exciting.
Hold on. Let me pull this up for the video viewers. So this is the Pokemon Fossil Museum, and looks very, very cool. They don't have much information about it on the website right now, but it opens in May in Chicago. So definitely worth going to. And if you've seen pictures of this online, it's absolutely insane. The realism of these models that they have there looks so cool. Yo, Jacob in the chat says, get a hostel. Yo, for real. I'm telling you, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of options out there, but the most important thing is that you're thinking about it now, because it creeps up on you. Like,
you don't want to be thinking about it last minute.
In the past, people would be scrambling because we didn't know where the event was or what the exact date was, and people were like up in the air, and then it would be a mad dash. Now we're 7 months out and we have all the information, so use that to your advantage, and definitely book something as soon as you can. But Adam, that's pretty much a show, man. This was a quickie today. It's a little quickie. This is a little calm before the storm.
That was a giggity. But no, I totally, yeah. I mean, the only thing that we didn't talk about is the hundo that I got.
What'd you get?
So I did a max battle. And what do you think I got?
A P-Dove.
I got a Grookey.
Hey, well, that goes with your score bunny, because now you have the hundo.
Yeah.
Roax, it's time for a Sir Amanda voice.
I was so excited.
She didn't leave one this week, but yes, if she did, I would have played it. Promise, Sir Amanda. Okay, don't hate us.
Yeah, but I was so excited. He's powered up. He's not fully jacked because apparently I don't have enough XL candies to do the things. But he's level 2 for attack, 2 for guard, and 1 for max spirit. So he's getting there.
Nice.
He's getting there.
Nice. No. But thank you so much, everyone, for checking out the show. We really appreciate it. Make sure you check out luredup.com for everywhere you can connect with us, all that good stuff. Send us an email, luredup@pokemonprofessor.com. You can leave us a voicemail, send us a picture, text, video, anything. 732-835-8639. Adam, is that a show?
That's a show, Ken.
We did it. Thank you so much, everyone. Keep training, trainers.